Welcome to Energy. I'm your host, Darren Granis. Coming up on today's show, the Tourism and Festivals Department will be sharing all the details for this year's Fall Fest. Also on today's show, Cindy Springer, the Director of Parks and Recreation, will be talking about Proposition Parks and where we go from here. We'll also talk about 2 fun autumn events to keep you active as the weather cools. This and more coming up on Energy. Welcome back. On August 2nd, O'Fallon's voters passed a ballot issue that will help shape the future of O'Fallon's parks. As approved by the voters, this proposition will allow the City of O'Fallon to issue bonds for the construction of an expanded Alligators Creek Aquatic Center in a brand new passive park off of Highway DD called O'Day Park. Here with more is Director of Parks and Recreation, Cindy Springer.
Our city parks are top-notch facilities, and the passage of Proposition Parks will improve an already great system, making needed improvements to Civic Park and creating a new O'Day Park on the south end of town. So, how did we get here, and what's next for the projects?
Prop Parks was initiated to meet the needs of our residents. So obviously with Alligators Creek being our only swimming pool, we need a lot more swimming area for our residents. So a big part of Prop Parks was to expand Alligators Creek. And then with that comes, you need a larger bathhouse and then replacing the facility that Civic Hall used to provide for programs and rentals. And then the other piece is O'Day Park, which we've had that property that was donated to the city back in like 2001. So it's been sitting there for a while. And so it was taking a look at that. We had a master plan done, so taking a look at how can we start construction out there. So we took it to the voters and they supported it. The citizens group that stepped up, I think, did an amazing job. They were able to get out there and really one-on-one with the residents and really tell them not only just the benefits, but really just asking them for their support and getting them to vote yes. And I think that was paramount. They met with a lot of civic organizations. They were out in the parks whenever they could be. They met with businesses, so they were out talking to everybody and trying to show everyone what the benefits would be if Prop Parks was to pass. Now we're in the process of going out and seeking who will be the actual firms that will do the final designs for those projects. We have just put out the request for qualifications to solicit firms that might be interested in helping us with the final design and construction documents. We hope to bring that to the City Council in December, and then we'll start the final planning and designing right after that. Realistically, if we can break ground next fall, that would be great, but you're still looking at probably through 2018 before anything is completed.
The City of O'Fallon has officially named the drive-thru in Westhoff Park, honoring one very special man. With the additions of Brendan's Playground and the skate park, the east side of Westhoff Park has seen some major improvements over the past few years, including a new entrance road from T.R. Hughes Boulevard. In August, the new road was officially named after Bill Hayden, a longtime O'Fallon resident who spent many years coaching baseball in Westhoff and other nearby parks. At a ceremony announcing the naming, Mayor Bill Hennessy and family members remembered Bill Hayden as a loving father and grandfather, a World War II veteran of the U.S. Air Force, a gifted athlete who became a Golden Gloves boxing champion, and who as a revered baseball coach here in O'Fallon became a true role model for hundreds of O'Fallon children. The naming of the drive-thru will forever stand in honor of Mr. Bill Hayden. The City of O'Fallon is getting ready for the Fall Festival. Let's see what's in store for this popular annual event.
This year, our annual Fall Fest will start off on Friday evening, starting at 6 o'clock, and we will have a variety of food trucks open. There will also be our Fall Fest craft vendors open that evening as well. And then at 7 o'clock, our stage will open up with Contagious. Contagious is a premier rock band. They have a huge following, great for the party atmosphere, right there on Civic Park Drive.
After a night of dancing in the streets, the following morning will be filled with runners for the O'Fallon Fall Fest Run.
The 5K and 10K will take place on Saturday morning, starting in City Hall. We have race divisions for all ages. It starts at 7 a.m. We will have prizes awarded to the top 3 finishers for male and female for the 5K and 10K. We will also have top 3 awards for each age division for male and female for each race. Afterwards, we'll have complimentary snacks and beverages provided to the runners. There is a superhero costume contest. We will choose the top 3 superhero themed costume runners. You will receive a prize from the prize board. Runners will receive a race bag as well as a run t-shirt guaranteed to the first 300 runners. Online registration does end October 3rd, but you can also do race day registration for a higher cost from 6 until 6:45 that morning.
If you would like to register for the race, visit www.o'fallon.mo.us/fall-fest. After the race, the Fall Festival will officially open to the public.
There will be a wide variety of artisan and crafters, of course, festival-style food, and there'll be lots of opportunities for children of all ages to participate in a variety of games, pumpkin decorating, and this year we are starting something new, what's called Farmer Forward Day. Kids will have an opportunity to go through and farm, pick apples, pick potatoes out of the ground, and then, of course, get some eggs from underneath some hens. Entertainment with Fall Fest is something a little different this year. We are having a bluegrass-themed entertainment. There'll be a total of 5 different performers, all related to bluegrass, and of course, kicking us off is going to be George Ports and his Friends of Bluegrass.
Don't forget to mark your calendars for October 7th and 8th for the annual Fall Festival. For additional information, visit o'fallon.mo.us/fall-fest.
The O'Fallon Theater Works is getting ready for their next production, World War II drama, The Diary of Anne Frank.
Anne Frank's remarkable diary is a powerful reminder of the horrors of war and a powerful testament to the human spirit. Her work, The Diary of Anne Frank, has gone on to be read by millions. Soon it will be brought to life at O'Fallon Theater Works.
What we're really trying to do with this production is try to capture these people as real people. So the challenge our actors will be tasked with is really making those people to bringing to life how complex these characters really were.
Each of the actors in the play bring with them an impressive resume.
One of our actresses has been an on-air spokesperson and writer and producer on KDNL TV. We have an actress who's been nominated for several Arts for Life awards. Even our younger cast members have lots of theater and film experience.
In college, I was involved in a show called I Never Saw Another Butterfly. Getting involved with that show really got me interested in this time period. It's very, very interesting, very sad, obviously, but also very uplifting of the people going through this, how they were able to survive as long as they could and try to make the best of the situation that they were in.
Thank you, Meep.
It's illegal than the ration books. We've never done anything illegal.
I've worked before with O'Fallon Theater Works and I really enjoy working with them. And this particular play I was really drawn to because I think it's an important story and I think that it's as timely now as it has ever been. You know, they say anyone who doesn't remember history is doomed to repeat it.
Carol and her husband Chris are co-directing the play, each bringing with them their own extensive background working in theater.
I tend to focus more on some of the technical aspects of the show. I'm doing the sound design. I'm a musician. I've written original score for the production, as well as set design and set dressing or other specialties that I've worked with Carol on many shows, where she focuses much more on character development and dialogue and blocking and what brings the performance together.
We love that we're doing a story that's based on real people, and we feel like we have a certain responsibility to really do justice to the story. We just are so excited to share it with the community of O'Fallon.
The O'Fallon Theater Works production of The Diary of Anne Frank will take place at the O'Fallon Municipal Center November 4th through the 6th and the 11th through the 13th. For more details, visit o'fallon.mo.us/parksandrec.
In support of the upcoming play, The Diary of Anne Frank, a free journaling class is being offered to residents.
This is a really exciting class where people are going to learn the importance of journaling, of storing their memories in some way, whether it be electronically or handwritten in a journal. It really helps you remember things like putting dates and how to deal with your emotions and feelings at the time. And it's just going to be a wonderful time for improving oneself.
Logging your daily activities in a journal offers many benefits.
Some of the benefits of journaling is it allows you to look back on a situation and see perhaps where things weren't quite how you thought they were in the moment. So if you were in an argument with somebody, you can see where maybe you might have been able to diffuse the situation. It also helps you get your feelings out, good and bad, and to keep memories.
If you are interested in learning more about journaling, there are a few classes already scheduled with more to come.
We are super excited. On September 27th, we will have the first class at Rendezvous, and it will also be paired with a journaling expert. So you'll get to see a really adorable show and hear from a professional. We're also getting ready to do the O'Fallon Art Fest. There is a Fall Fest, and we're working hard to put these in the schools of middle school and elementary schoolers so that they can also be introduced to this.
Students who participate in this free journaling class will also receive a discount on tickets to the production of The Diary of Anne Frank, presented by O'Fallon Theater Works. For more information, please contact Carol Lanham at 636-485-1359.
Now we turn to this month's Employee Spotlight featuring Emily Galantowitz, Administrative Assistant for the Parks and Recreation Department.
In January of 2016, the City of O'Fallon welcomed Emily Galantowitz as the new Administrative Assistant for the Parks and Recreation Department. In her role, she oversees 4 part-time employees and provides support to the Director of Parks and Recreation. She also provides support for the Parks Superintendent, Recreational Superintendent, the Tourism and Festivals Manager, and the Landscape Manager, helping with various tasks.
I help with payroll, paperwork-related tasks like keeping track of hiring and the end of seasonal employment for part-time employees. And I help do evaluations and PAFs and different things like that.
Emily also provides support to the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. The board provides a liaison between the community and the Department of Parks and Recreation regarding community recreational facilities and services, needs, and desires.
They meet once a month, typically on the second Tuesday of every month. And I prepare those meetings, get the agenda set up, and then I take minutes at the meetings and then send the minutes to the city clerk for the official record after it's finished.
Most of Emily's time is spent at her desk, typing away at the computer.
I write a lot of reports, so I write a weekly report, which is a rundown of the events that go on in our department throughout the week. I write a monthly report that is sent to the City Council, which is kind of a summary of all the weekly reports. I write a report for finance for make sure our drawer at the depot balances.
If you plan on holding an event in the city, Emily is your go-to person.
I issue special event permits, so if you're looking to have like a 5K run through one of our parks or a large fundraising event, I also help with like large events and barbecues or public events that happen at the park.
Emily also oversees a fun activity that is part of a global treasure hunt.
I am in charge of the geocaching, keeping those sites stocked with the little logs that come through and making sure that they're kept up to date and that someone doesn't run over them with a lawnmower or something like that. And if they are, I get a new one out there.
Emily is also part of a very important task that she works on with the Director of Parks and Recreation that helps out her fellow coworkers.
The training piece is a little bit of personal advice or tips that we can provide to our staff, which will help them just be a better all-around employee. So it can be something on how to be a better communicator or how to manage their time, how to manage their stress, how to deal with negative people. So I help her put that together and then present it to the group.
As an administrative assistant, Emily keeps pretty busy throughout the week.
I think to do my job, you just have to have a lot of patience. You have to be very fluid, be able to handle interruptions and to move quickly from one task to another task. But I like that because I'm a helper. I like to help people. I'll rarely turn down an opportunity to help somebody. So just need a lot of patience and never give up. Just keep going. So.
The Parks and Recreation Department recently launched a new online registration system that is more user-friendly.
Our new registration software is RecTrack. It's a lot more user-friendly than our old system. It's easier to access, easier to sign up for programs, easier to see building and facility availability. It offers a very simplified way to sign up for our programs. This program is a little different than the way we used to offer online registration. It's all based on our website currently. So when you click on register through O'Fallon Parks and Recreation's website, it takes you to our splash page. It doesn't look any different, and all of our activities are listed right there. So it's very simple to register for any of our programs. On the Renaud Spirit Center's website, you're just going to click register. It's located right here on the top bar. If you click register, it takes you to our splash page for WebTrack, which is our registration system online. If you know your username and login, you just enter your primary email and your password right here. If you need an account, you click this option here. If you forgot your password or you need help, both of those buttons are there as well. To create a new account, you're just going to enter your simple contact information, your name, your address, your phone number, email address, and answer a few simple questions. From then, your username and account will be created and you'll be able to register for all of our programs. After entering in your primary information, hit save. If you'd like to add another family member, such as a spouse or a child, click add new member here. Or if you'd like to add an emergency contact, anything like that to your account, you would click here. For now, I'm just going to click save. And it takes you back to our splash page where you can select from a variety of activity categories, which takes you to our classes. For right now, I'm going to click on our fitness section, and it takes us to a variety of fitness programs. You can see up here, we have an activity search criteria, so you can search between our activity types, the categories, what month the program begins in, the age of yourself or your child, the location where the activity takes place, and the day that it occurs. If you already know the activity number, you can enter that in right here on the right. You can scroll down. So I clicked on fitness, so these are our fitness programs. You'll notice it gives a basic description of the class right under the name. It also gives the code of the class and any details. As with all of our programs, we do have a resident fee and a non-resident fee. If you need additional information, you can click info here on item details, and it'll bring up a little more information about the class. It makes things very simple for all of our residents and patrons to register for any of our programs and events online.
Now let's take a look at this week's community calendar.
Book an old-fashioned tractor-pulled hayride through beautiful historic Fort Zinwell Park and gather around a bonfire afterwards. Hayrides are scheduled on a first-come, first-served basis. 2 weeks' notice is required. Rides will be available September 7th through October 30th. For more information and to make your reservation, call 636-474-8105. Mark your calendars for a fantastic holiday lights tour being offered through the Parks and Recreation Department. You'll venture through the National Shrine of Our Lady of the Snows, where you'll shop, view holiday displays, enjoy a delicious dinner at the Way of Lights buffet, followed by the viewing of the Way of Lights. Returning to St. Louis, you'll visit the Botanical Gardens for the Garden Glow Walk and viewing of the Gardenland Express train display. Ending the evening, you'll ride through O'Fallon's Celebration of Lights. It all takes place on Thursday, December 8th from 2:45 to 10 p.m. Cost is $80 for residents and $89 for non-residents. The Renaud Spirit Center is offering a girls' volleyball clinic for ages 8 to 13. Girls will learn the basics of volleyball, sharpen skills, and have fun playing scrimmages in this 6-week clinic. A beginner session for ages 8 to 10 will take place on Monday, November 7th from 6 to 7 p.m. An intermediate class for ages 8 to 10 will take place on Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. and for ages 11 to 13 on Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. For all the details, visit the Parks and Recreation website at o'fallon.mo.us/parksandrec. Join the Renaud Spirit Center for cards, coffee, and friendship. This active bridge club meets twice a month, and coffee and cards will be provided. It all takes place on Wednesday, October 19th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, contact the Renaud Spirit Center front desk at 636-474-2732.
Well, that's all for today's show. Thanks for joining us. See you next time on Energy.